Hear me! Oh, hear me! All pay heed! The Lord Jehovah, has given unto you these 10 commandments for all to obey.
No matter how far back you go in history, one thing always stands out: belief. Throughout time, humans have been both followers and shapers of belief systems. When I say shapers, you might wonder what I mean. But as we explore this topic, it will become clear. Welcome to Peeking Beyond. For over 4,000 years, certain belief systems have profoundly influenced civilizations. Although history often contains contradictions and uncertainties, we'll focus on sharing clear and essential insights. Today's focus is Judaism, or more specifically, the Mosaic belief system. Over time, this tradition evolved and branched out, particularly after the Babylonian exile. But where did it begin? How did it change? And how did human interpretation play a role? We will explore the foundational elements and keystones of this belief without going into excessive detail. Mosaic tradition traces back to the prophet Abraham. In its earliest form, religion wasn't divided into separate systems. Instead, they reflected a shared ancient spirituality. Over time, however, Abraham's descendants began to follow distinct paths. Today, it is commonly said that Muslims trace their lineage to Ismail and Jews to Isaac. Though their own time, no such symbolic divide existed. They lived by the teachings and the worldview passed down by their father. Judaism recognizes three patriarchs: Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob, the father of Joseph, lived in the land of Canaan. After Joseph rose to prominence in Egypt, Jacob's family moved there, and over generations their numbers increased. Eventually they were subjected to hardship, until Moses led them out in the well-known Exodus. You have likely heard the term children of Israel. But where does the name Israel come from? According to tradition, Jacob had a profound experience while fleeing danger. He wrestled with a powerful figure, which some interpret as an angel or spiritual being. After this struggle, Jacob received a divine message. From then on, his name would be Israel, meaning one who struggles with God. His descendants became known as the children of Israel. The word El in Israel refers to a divine being. In Arabic, Allah is derived from El and Ilah, meaning the God or supreme being. Across time and cultures, these names may differ: El, God, Allah, but the core concept remains consistent. As the Israelites lived in Egypt, they eventually experienced oppression. Under Moses, they escaped, and those who followed his teachings formed the basis of what is called the Mosaic faith. Its core was simple: believe in one God, act justly, and do good. At its foundation, it shares many similarities with Islamic principles today. So, when did things change? How did Mosaic belief develop into what we now call Judaism? Historically, the term Jew originally referred to a group of people, not a religion. After the fall of the kingdom of Israel, King Judah united the remaining tribes. Those under his leadership became known as Jews, as members of the tribe of Judah. Over time, the simple practices of Mosaic tradition evolved. Rituals, holidays, and symbolic customs expanded. Eventually, some groups began identifying this evolving belief system as Judaism, gradually replacing the older Israelite identity. A significant transformation is believed to have occurred during the Babylonian exile. After decades in captivity, the Jewish community was exposed to Babylonian traditions and texts, which some scholars believe influenced their religious practices and theology. The earlier concept of a merciful God, El, was gradually replaced by a more justice-centered, at times wrathful figure, Yahweh. Some older elements were diminished or reinterpreted. This period marked a theological shift that continues to be studied and debated. In some interpretations, it laid the groundwork for ideologies emphasizing national or divine chosenness. These views have been the subject of scholarly discussion and vary greatly across different communities and historical periods. Judaism also had a significant influence on the development of Christianity and Islam. Many symbolic ideas, such as the four archangels, can be traced back to the Mosaic tradition. Even the names Gabriel, God's strength, Raphael, God's healer, originate in Hebrew. It's worth noting that certain figures like Azrael, widely known as the Angel of Death, do not appear by the name in foundational Islamic texts, but rather emerged through cultural and theological development. Such additions over time are common across religious traditions. Spiritual beings are often described in increasingly detailed and imaginative ways, showing how religious storytelling evolves through generations. This isn't unique to any one faith. It's a phenomenon observed in many belief systems. The transformation from Mosaic tradition to post-exilic Judaism marks a historical and theological shift, a reinterpretation influenced by time, context, and culture. Some researchers have drawn comparisons between the evolving image of Yahweh and ancient figures like the Mesopotamian god king Marduk. These parallels are part of a broader academic conversation about how early belief systems may have intersected and influenced one another. As we explore the origins and developments of belief systems, we begin to see how complex, ancient, and interconnected these traditions truly are. This overview aimed to present the key aspects of Mosaic belief and its historical evolution with clarity and care. Research was based on a wide range of sources from different regions and perspectives. Even then, contradictions were common, which is why examining multiple viewpoints is essential to understand history more deeply. When diving into complex subjects like this, it's best not to rely on a single narrative. Instead, compare different perspectives and look for shared truths. That's how you move closer to a deeper understanding of the past.